being present at the session mean? Does it mean sitting there? At the
No, they have to be in the
table,
home.
or, you know.
Yeah. So no, we don't want, I mean, unless you want that. I mean, it's totally up to you where you want the parent. Most of the time they won't be in the same room.
Okay.
You know, the first session, obviously, you want to probably start off talking to the parent and the student. And at the end of the session, you know, if you have 5 minutes left, you might want to invite the parent back in to let them know, hey, this is what we did, and this is what, you know, we should be working on until our next session. You want to, in your session, especially your first ones, you want to really encourage that long-term relationship, because obviously going once for a test or something like that isn't the type of service we want. We want a service where we can support them consistently. And really, if you're looking for consistent you know, income out of that, just establishing a few long-term relationships pretty much will establish that for however long you want to do it. So, one of the final things we're going over is additional opportunities. There may be some opportunities for you to submit materials and lessons for the company. If you have any ideas about that, we're more than willing to listen. We're also solicit you guys for lesson plans, for maybe a curriculum. So for instance, we're in the summer right now. Kids aren't in school right now. If you are in algebra, wants to go back to Algebra 1, you know exactly what they need to succeed in Algebra 1. You could come up with the skills and certain worksheets and lessons that they want, and we'll obviously pay you for that so all our tutors can use it. Obviously, writing articles would be a great way to get your name out there. That's not compensated, but that's definitely something that will put you out there. And also something to, you know, I mean, I know it's really small, but something to put on your resume. You know, I publish articles for WakeTutors.com. Networking, mentoring, and collaborating with other tutors. There's a wealth of talent and experience among your tutors. This is just a small portion of all you guys that are out there, and use each other. And communicate with your friends, family, colleagues about Lake Tutors. Create brand awareness. If you know of like a restaurant, which you know we can put brochures out. Let us know. We'll send you some brochures. Or if you need any sort of marketing materials. If you want business cards where you can give out to people with your, you know, you just write your name in and your user ID or something like that. That's fine as well. We can order that for you. Just let us know what you want. Okay, and that is it. So does anybody have any questions that I wasn't able to answer? Let's start back here and go over.
Okay, I have several. When you just mentioned business cards, would you, I guess you wouldn't want us to make up our own business cards?
Yeah, no, you, as independent contractors, you definitely could do that. What I was going to do is,
I mean, we wouldn't have access to your logo though.
no, what we could do is, you know, we would make up blank business cards with just Wake Tutors on the bottom where they can go. But you can, you know, we probably put independent contractor on there so they know that you're not an employee.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can write in your name in there. And obviously, we can't customize it for everybody.
Right.
But yeah, if you want to come up with your own business card, that'd be fine. If you want to use our logo, just as long as you clearly show that you're an independent contractor and not an employee, that's what our lawyer would want. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. So.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing I thought of two other things. Under the questionnaire, do you have any suggestions as to being tactful when you're on the phone with them, without making the parents say, well, I know that, you know, as far as the smoking or someone being there, especially the smoking. I mean, if someone lights a cigarette when you're in there tutoring, you say, put that, you know.
If it makes you uncomfortable, then you should say something.
Or just, you know, to me, because I have asthma, and I would just say, you know, now I can't, it would be hard for me to be in a home that has smoke. If there's smoke, I'd be happy to meet you at the library, or something like that. Or, you know, I don't think people will be offended by that.
And it's in there, I don't know if it's in there right now, but it's going to be in the terms of service that they have to agree to, where they have to provide that type of environment.
I read it.
Okay, good.
What you were doing.
I wasn't sure if it was still there, so yeah, so definitely, you know, we want this to be a comfortable environment for you, whatever it takes. Don't worry about. I mean, you can be tactful. You know, just let them know. You know, like she was saying, if I have some respiratory issues, and I really prefer, you know, you didn't smoke. So.
And my last question is, as far as the articles that we can post, give me an example of
Okay, let's say that you have, EOG's coming up, and, certain things that you've noticed that would be helpful for kids to brush up on, before EOG's. Or let's say there's a concept that you have a really unique way of teaching. For instance, when I used to teach multiplication facts, I used to have all these rhymes and these things that I would do. I would post that up there. Anything you feel like that would be helpful for a parent or for a tutor?
Suggestions for how to, stay sharp over the summer, or,
Okay.
anything like that. Yeah, just anything that you think somebody would want to click on and read about.
Okay.
How to communicate with a teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you do as a teacher to grade and things like that, or what to look for, I don't know, in certain books and things like that.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could, if there's like some sort of resource that you've used that you think is just fantastic, you could write like a review of it and then post a link to where you could, where they could purchase it or read more about it or something like that. Could be
I mean, I think
anything.
Justin does social studies, right? So if you had some sort of, there's some sort of holiday coming up and you just wanted to,
Or an
write
exhibit
about.
at the museum
Yeah,
or
exactly.
whatever, or,
So-
yeah.
So.
Okay.
And all of those will be, we have to approve them before they post to the
Okay.
site. So, if somebody did something that wasn't in keeping with what we were looking for to be on there, we would
Oh,
let you
okay.
know.
All right, thanks.
We did